All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Francisco Lindor's introductory media Zoom. Also would like to welcome all those watching on the variety of Mets social channels as well as SNY. A reminder of our process to ask a question. Please use the raise your hand feature at the bottom of your Zoom screen to ask your question. We also have Alan Suriel from our group on the line, translate any questions and answers in Spanish. So thank you, Francisco, for your time. That suits you well. And if you are ready, we'll jump right into our first question.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm extremely excited. I'm ready. Here we go.
Yes, sir. Ethan, take it away. We'll jump right into the Q&A.
Your first question comes from Steve Gelbs from SNY.
Hey, Francisco. How you doing? Obviously there had been rumors for a long time about you being moved and speculation about you being moved this offseason. So I would imagine it wasn't a surprise when it happened, but what were those emotions when you did get the call that you had been traded, and specifically that you had been traded to the Mets?
Steve, definitely there was a lot of speculation, and once I got the call, there was a lot of mixed feelings. There was definitely a lot of mixed feelings where Cleveland was home. I love Cleveland. The people in Cleveland have treated me well. It's a great organization. I have nothing but respect and love for all of them. The fans were great the time I was there, but also there's been so much excitement about the Mets that I couldn't help myself to be extremely excited, to be happy. It's a new opportunity for me, my family. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be able to play the greatest game out there at probably the biggest city in the world and one of the most fun cities in the world.
You talk about that excitement surrounding the organization right now. This team has clearly been one of the most aggressive teams this winter. As you look now to the addition of yourself and Carrasco, what do you feel the potential is for the group that is here for this season?
Well, I have talked to most of the coaches. I talked to Sandy, I talked to Gary, I talked to Steve Cohen, and I talked to a couple of the players, and I have heard nothing but great things about the organization. I have heard that the clubhouse is extremely good. Everybody gets along. The guys are ready to continue to work and ready to win. So it makes me very excited. I'm excited to be part of this organization, and I can't wait to be part of the great thing they have going on in the clubhouse. I just want to be a little piece of the puzzle, and hopefully we achieve the ultimate goal, which is winning.
Next question is from Mike Puma from the New York Post.
Hi, Francisco. Welcome to New York. I guess the big question a lot of Mets fans, people want to know is, do you see this becoming a long-term relationship? You think you'll get a contract done?
Well, to all those fans out there, I live life day by day. I'm extremely happy and excited about what's happening right now. But I haven't really sat down and talked to anybody. I had the welcoming conversations, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait. I have never been against an extension. I've never been against signing long term. I'm sure my agent Davey Mitter and along with the Mets group, with Gary and Steve Doe and Sandy, they'll definitely get in conversations, and we'll see what happens. I live life in a day by day motto. So, like I said, I'm extremely excited to be in this situation. I'm happy to be with the Mets. I will miss Cleveland. But I'm excited. I'm excited to a new chapter in my life.
Just to follow up, how deep into negotiations did you get with Cleveland, and did you ever come close to signing an extension with Cleveland?
We talked, and we gave it our best effort from both sides. They gave me their best, and I gave them my absolutely best, and we were honest with each other, and nothing happened. And I'll leave it at that. You know, it was a good effort from both sides.
Next question is from Tony DeComo from MLB.com.
Hey, Francisco, welcome. Just to follow up on what Mike just asked you, a famous example, Mookie Betts just signed before he ever played a game with the Dodgers. Is that something you would be comfortable doing, or do you kind of want to see the city, get your feet wet, understand the organization before you would even talk about commitments like that?
Yeah, Anthony. We all know, everybody's talking about how everything it's comparable to Mookie. Mookie fell into a great situation. He felt comfortable with the LA Dodgers, and he made the decision that was best for him and his family. And like I said, I'm excited to be with the Mets organization, and I continue to emphasize I'm not against a long term. I'm not against it. It's just it has to make sense for both sides, and I'm sure my agent David will do a great job in communicating every single thing I desire, and hopefully both teams understand, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited, just like every fan out there. I'm extremely excited for this new chapter.
Thank you so much.
Justin Toscano from the Bergen Record is next.
Hey, Francisco, welcome. You were on some pretty good Cleveland teams, and you guys came pretty close in the postseason a couple times. How much do those postseason losses still motivate you, if at all?
Yeah, Justin, it hurts every time we lost in the playoffs. We were so close to accomplishing the ultimate goal, which is winning the World Series. And I've been blessed with a great group of guys around me every single year, great coaching staff, trainers, front office. They did an outstanding job to help me be in the best position and help all of us, all the team, my teammates, to be in the best position of winning every single year. Yes, I can't still is there. I still can't watch the World Series of 2016. It hurts, and it hurts losing. I want to win. The day I win is the day I'll start watching all my losses.
Thank you.
Next question is from Bruce Beck from NBC New York.
Francisco, they say a smile is a curve that sets everything straight.
Believe it.
Why are you always smiling? And do you think that's something your team and the fans will appreciate? Will it become contagious here in New York?
They say smiles are very contagious. So, I mean, I'm gonna bring Francisco Lindor, which is me. I'm gonna do me on a daily basis. Hopefully, that's good enough for my teammates and the fans. And I always smile because I'm blessed to have health, to have my family surround me. I have a great group of people around me that help me keep my peace and to play the greatest game out there. Why not? Why not smile? I mean, I'm living my dream. I'm living the life I always wanted. So I don't see why I wouldn't smile.
Next question is from Natalia Alonso from MLB.com.
Saludos, Francisco. Hablaste hace un momento sobre las emociones mixtas al enterarte de la noticia, pero ¿en qué momento aceptaste tú mentalmente? Ya sabías que te ibas al de Cleveland, ¿y cuál fue la reacción al saber ya cuál era tu destino?
Hola, saludos. Pues en realidad el momento que dije que ya pues se acabó el capítulo mío en Cleveland fue cuando me llamaron y me dijeron que me habían cambiado para los New York Mets. En realidad, pues, yo amo Cleveland, no lo puedo negar. Amo la organización, son tremendas personas. Tuve muy buenas experiencias en Cleveland que me ayudaron a convertirme en el Francisco Lindor que soy hoy en día. súper agradecido con ellos. Bueno, viviendo en el presente estoy súper emocionado y entusiasmado con la oportunidad que tengo hoy de jugar para los Mets.
So
Yes.
the
Go ahead,
question,
Alan, if you'll translate, please, before
yeah,
we
the question was, you spoke about the mixed emotions that you had about learning that you were getting traded, but at what point were you able to accept that you were getting traded, and what are your emotions now? And Francisco said, so there were mixed emotions. I do love Cleveland, and I am grateful for them for everything that they did. But looking forward to the present, I am excited to be here, and I'm ready to go here in New York.
Thank you, Alan. The next question is from Laura Albanese from Newsday.
Hi, Francisco. A lot of players talk about some of the added pressure and scrutiny that comes with playing in New York. How do you feel like you'll play in this environment, and how do you think you're going to adapt to all of it?
Yeah, that's what they say. They say there's a lot of pressure in New York. It's a big market. Everybody's paying attention. There's a lot of people on top of you. But I'm blessed to play the game that I'm playing today. I'm Francisco Lindor. I'm gonna do me, and hopefully people like that. Hopefully people embrace me. I'm gonna embrace them, and I'm gonna enjoy the ride, Laura. I'm enjoying the ride. I feel like I'm a little kid playing the best game out there. So why not enjoy it?
Thank you.
Next question is from Justin Walters from Pix11.
Hi, Francisco. Welcome to New York. There was a lot of excitement, not just by fans, but also by teammates with this acquisition. Was wondering if you spoke to any of your new teammates. I know Syndergaard as well as Stroman put out some funny tweets. And are you excited to play with any specific players in particular?
Yeah, definitely. You guys know I've been talking to Stroman, Thomas Nido. We grew up playing in the same team, so that'll be exciting to play with him. Edwin Diaz, talked to him, talked to Conforto, talked to Alonso, McCann. We haven't really talked that much, but yes, we text a little bit, and I'm extremely excited to be with them, with all of them, and I'm excited to see how it's going to be in New York as a home base player, and I'm looking forward to everything, Justin. I can't wait. I can't wait to day one of spring training and start building. Like I said earlier, I just want to add a little bit to a great puzzle they have. I'm not here to put the puzzle together. I just want to put my piece, and hopefully that's good enough to help us continue to grow and eventually win.
Thanks, man.
Next question comes from Marley Rivera from ESPN.
Sorry, Ethan, I'm having a little trouble with my audio. Anyway, Francisco, ¿me escuchas?
Sí, te escucho.
Okay. Paquito, felicidades. Primero que nada, ¿cuándo se fue tu imagen? ¿La viste? Ok, ahora. Sí. Te voy a hacer una pregunta en inglés y una en español, por favor. Francisco, tú sabes la reputación que tienen los Yankees en contra de los Mets de Nueva York, ¿verdad? Siempre ha sido un equipo muy ganador y el otro no. ¿Cómo tú esperas que tu presencia cambie quizás esa actitud de la gente en Nueva York hacia los Mets como un equipo ganador?
Bueno, pues yo quiero ganar, veo que la mentalidad de ganar. Tenemos nuevos dueños de equipo, tenemos muy buenos recursos para buscar lo mejor de lo mejor. Y al final del día lo que hay que hacer es competir, enfocarse en competir y olvidarse del pasado. Todas las temporadas son nuevas. Sí, a lo mejor ellos tienen más anillos, tienen más campeonatos, nos han ganado en el pasado. Estamos viviendo en el presente, hay que enfocarnos en el día a día, enfocarnos en que hoy hay que ganar. Y si ganamos hoy, cuando llegue mañana, nos enfocamos en ganar mañana también. No enfocarnos en ganar hoy, ganar mañana y ganar pasado.
Pero ¿qué características tú crees que tiene este equipo para que pueda competir y quizás entonces cambiar, ¿verdad? Esa imagen que tienen ustedes en contra de los Yankees de Nueva York como, ¿verdad? El equipo perdedor y el equipo ganador.
Bueno, yo en verdad que no conozco a los muchachos así de esa forma. pero sí he escuchado muy buenas cosas de ellos, que es un equipo que está dispuesto a aprender, a ganar, están ready para ganar, están en esa posición de que quieren cambiar las cosas, no quieren seguir siendo el segundo equipo de Nueva York, quieren ser el primer equipo de Nueva York. Y conozco la emoción que tiene el dueño, la esperanza y las ganas, el deseo que él tiene para mejorar la organización y convertirse en el equipo número 1 de Nueva York. Pero al final del día uno no quiere ser el equipo número 1 de Nueva York, uno quiere ser el mejor equipo en todo Estados Unidos. So, Nueva York sí es chévere, es bueno para la rivalidad, de ir de atrás para adelante y ¿cómo se dice? De atrás para adelante, de atrás, whatever, como se diga, mal. Hay que ganar y queremos ser los campeones de la mundial.
Good. Alan, if you'll please.
Yeah, so Marley's question was, Francisco, with the competition that the Yankees and the Mets have had throughout their history, the Yankees have been the winning team essentially, and the Mets have been the losing team. How can you change that? How can you change that, and what characteristics can the team bring for you guys to become the #1 team in New York? And Francisco said, so it's not necessarily about what happened in the past, about the championships that the Yankees have won in the past. It's about today and the present. If we're able to win today, that's what matters. It's about winning each and every single day and being able to bring a winning team. And it's also not important to be just not. It's obviously everyone wants to be the #1 team in New York, but we at the same time we also want to be the #1 team in the entire country.
Nice work, Alan. That was a lot to unpack. Our next question comes from
Good job, bro.
Otis Livingston from CBS.
Hello, Francisco. Welcome to New York.
Thank you.
All right. You immediately become one of the faces of this organization, and you talked about how big of a market New York is and how important it is. Is that something that you embrace right off the bat, being one of the faces of this organization? And also, what are Met fans going to get from you on and off the field?
Of course, I embrace every single step of my life. And this step, like you're saying, I'm one of the faces. I embrace that. I have never been the type of player where it's like, follow me, I'll lead you to success. No, I've always been a person that together we all gonna achieve what we want, and that's what I bring. That's what I'm bringing. I'm bringing my. Hey guys, let's find a way to do this together. I know you guys have a great thing going on. I just want to be a little piece of that puzzle, and I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna enjoy the ride, brother. I'm blessed to be in this situation, and just work as hard as I can, on the daily basis. And I'm gonna be Francisco Lindor. Francisco Lindor is someone that enjoys the game, has fun. It's honest when he has to be honest, and just I'm not trying to get a rope and get everybody hold the rope and I'll pull you guys. No, we all have grabbing the rope right next to each other and we're walking forward. That's the best way of doing things. And we all gonna lead by example, not just for us, for everybody that's in the stands and everybody that's counting on us.
Next question comes from Howie Rose from Mets Radio.
Hi, Francisco. Welcome. Just to go back to the contract situation for a moment, when Mike Piazza was traded to the Mets in the last year of his contract, he felt that the discussions were becoming a distraction. And so at some point during that summer, he shut them down and said, I don't want to deal with this until after the season. And that proved to be a good thing for him because it enabled him to kind of clear his mind. Are you comfortable if negotiations continue throughout the season, or would you like to have a period or a point that you come to where you say, you know what, let's put this on the table. Let me just focus on baseball.
Yeah. I have never negotiated a contract during the season. Never. I've always said either before spring training, but once it gets to a point in spring training, it's time to enjoy the ride and focus on winning, and that's the only thing I should be focusing on, not how much money I'm gonna get, how much money do I need to get, I want my family. No, it's about focusing on what I have every day, my task, and that's winning.
And if I could just ask one more thing, it kind of piggybacks onto what Otis had asked you about leadership. But what are the challenges in coming to an organization where clearly you're going to be one of the marquee players, and having had the role of being one of the leaders in Cleveland, what does the process entail in kind of easing your way into a situation where you can become a prominent voice in the clubhouse?
Well, like I said, I'm gonna be Francisco Lindor. I'm just gonna walk in and say hello, smile, and let them know I'm not here to be a leader, your leader. I'm here to contribute to what the great things you guys have right now. I'm gonna enjoy the process. We all gonna enjoy the process. Yes, along the way, if they sees me as the leader of the team, and that's an example. I'm not gonna say, yeah, no, I'm not the leader. I'm gonna back down from this. I'm gonna embrace the role. I'm gonna go out there and do my thing on a daily basis. But you will not see me being the rah-rah guy screaming, "You guys got to do this." You guys, that's not how I do things. I'm very hands-on into my task, and we all get along. We all work towards greatness, and we all work towards that ultimate goal, which is winning the championship.
Next question comes from Dave Lennon from Newsday.
Hi, Francisco. Welcome to New York.
Thank you, Dave.
Last season, and you knew you were heading in your situation, you saw the Indians were maybe heading in a different direction because economically the climate was, and you had been negotiating with them as well. How does it feel to go from a team heading kind of in that direction to now to a team with a brand new owner, talked about spending a lot of money? I mean, what does that do to you mentally and your hopes of what you can accomplish with this team?
Well, going back to Cleveland is a great place, a great city. I love the fans. I love everybody in the organization. But we all know the excitement that the Mets have right now, and the resources that Steve had mentioned he wants to go after. So that can only bring excitement to a player, knowing like that I'm gonna be there, and if there's something missing, we're gonna go get it, and we're gonna find a way to win. So I'm looking forward to the whole experience. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody and enjoy the ride and go try to win some ball games.
And as just kind of a part of that too, Francisco, is it a relief knowing that you're now with the team that could hold on to you long term if it wants to?
I mean, for a long time, I thought the Indians could hold on to me. So, I mean, it was just they didn't come up with the number. And, you know, it was just I don't know how to put this one together. The resources, maybe, they didn't have it. But it was just, I'm excited that I'm in a good place, in a place that's ready to go win. And I'm looking forward to it.
Next question is from Tim Britton from The Athletic.
Hey, Francisco. Welcome to New York. You know Carlos Carrasco pretty well from your time in Cleveland. What does he bring to the Mets as a pitcher being included in this trade with you?
He brings a great energy. Carrasco is an outstanding teammate. He has great energy. He cares about the game. He cares about winning. And the happiness he brings to the clubhouse every single day is something to look forward and admire, because he's a great person and he's always happy. He wants to please people. So that's gonna be a great facet that he's gonna bring to the Mets organization. people are gonna love him for sure.
Thanks.
Next question comes from Dave Wallstein.
Hi, Francisco. Was there a point in the last couple of years when you were looking ahead and you thought, like a lot of players do, I'm really looking forward to getting to free agency. It'll be a fun experience. I can pick and choose and have teams bidding against me. I mean, for me.
David, I have never said I can't wait to get to free agency. Because that for me was always so far ahead from me. I live on a daily basis. Yes, when the negotiations and with the Indians weren't going how we were planning, it was like, okay, this at some point might become a reality. Either go to free agency or I get traded, but it's, if I tell you I didn't think about it this offseason, I'll lie. I'll be lying. Yes, it was in my mind, but I'm happy to be where I am today, and we'll see what happens.
Thanks.
Andy Martino from SNY is next.
Hi, Francisco. Last year, when two of your teammates broke the health and safety protocols, you spoke about how it was a time to be selfless with everything that was going on in the world. That struck, I think, a lot of people as pretty mature for I think, 26-year-old at the time. Where does that perspective come from that you shared at that time, do you think? And just secondly, looking back on that experience with the Indians last year and those teammates doing that, how challenging was that for the group to withstand that?
First of all, those two guys that broke their protocol, they're great guys. They're fun to be around. They're caring people. It's just at that moment they decided to break it. They made a bad decision. We live and learn. We all make mistakes, and that's in the past. And when I said it's not about us, I truly meant it. It's not about the person. It's about my neighbor. It's about caring about the person next to me. That's what it's about. Because I have family members that are high risk. I have friends that are high risk, and maybe if I get the virus, maybe I'll be fine. But if I spread it, they might not be fine. So you start processing. It's not just me; it's somebody else. And then at that time, my fiance was pregnant. So also, like, I didn't want to come home. I'm working. I'm trying to bring money to the house, and I didn't want to bring something that could jeopardize the little baby. So that's why I was thinking like that. I'm still thinking like that, because that's the only way we're gonna stop this whole thing, by caring about others and not just ourselves. And people care about others. They just at some point they're just like, all right, you know what? I'll be fine. I won't get sick. Cool. You probably won't get hit as hard, but somebody else will.
Thanks.
Next question is from Bradford Davis from the New York Daily News.
Hey, Francisco, welcome to New York. On that tip, you're moving to a very different city. I guess, it's a two-part question, right? Is there anything that you're going to miss about life in Cleveland? But also, off and off the field, what are you excited for most about being a New Yorker?
I will miss the people, how they treated me, how they respected me, and I will miss my teammates, man. I'll miss all of them. So yeah, that's the downside from it. But New York is New York. There's unlimited amount of resources over there. Everything's at the tip of your fingers, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a great city for my little girl to grow in, and looking forward to the whole experience.
That's what's up. I'm curious if you've even thought this far, but do you know like the first thing you want to do when you get here?
Man, I love pizza, so probably eat some pizza.
Next question comes from Veronica Contreras from Telemundo.
Hola, Francisco, bienvenido.
Gracias, Verónica.
Háblame dos cosas. Una, lo que significa para ti vestir ese logo que tienes en la gorra. Y también yo sé que el gerente dijo que obviamente era por ahora un contrato corto, pero que con el talento que tú tenías le gustaría en un momento llegar a un contrato más largo. ¿Qué significaría eso para ti?
Pues Verónica, tener el logo que está en mi gorra, como mencionaste, y usar el azul y naranja, es un privilegio, es un honor, y estoy súper agradecido por la oportunidad, una bendición de poder jugar en Grandes Ligas. Súper emocionado y ansioso para la temporada empiece ya y ver, Dios quiere y tengan fanáticos para poder verlo y compartir con ellos. Y sobre lo del contrato, sí, ahora mismo es un contrato corto. Si ambos equipos, por ejemplo mi equipo y los Mets, pues encuentran la oportunidad correcta y las cosas correctas, adecuadas para llegar a un contrato de long term, pues estoy dispuesto, ¿entiendes? Yo nunca he estado en contra de una extensión de contrato. So, veremos a ver qué va a pasar.
Gracias y suerte.
Excuse me, Alan, could you please translate that one?
Yeah, so two-part question. How does it feel to be able to wear that logo, the Mets logo that you have on your hat right now? And also the GM of the team, spoke about having you right now for the short term, but hoping to eventually lock you up to a long-term deal. The first answer about that, it's a privilege to be able to wear the New York Mets logo. Wearing that blue and orange is a privilege. I'm grateful, and I'm super excited to be able to play this season, and hopefully, God willing, it'll be in front of fans. And regarding the contract extension, I've never said I was opposed to a contract extension. Hopefully, my agent, my team, and the Mets will be able to come to an agreement. And if the numbers are right and everything is what we think is appropriate, hopefully we can get a long-term deal done.
Thank you, Alan. Next question comes from Tim Brown from Yahoo Sports.
Francisco, how are you?
I'm good, Tim. How you doing?
Good, man. So I was thinking about this scene after you guys lost the division series in 18 to the Astros. I watched you walk down the concourse and hug every security guard, every staff member, everybody down that thing, and everybody cried and everybody hugged you, and you knew all their names. After all this time, after all those days you spend with those folks, how do you say goodbye to those folks?
Oh man, Tim, it's really hard. It's really hard. Like I said, Cleveland's home, or was home. I just want to thank them. The only thing I can say is thank you. Thank you for making my life easier. Thank you for just letting me go play baseball. And they took care of the rest. They took care of my family. They took care of friends when they came in town. They made my job easier, and I thank them. I really appreciate that from ownership, front office, Chris Cincinnati, to the coaching staff, the trainers, the strength and conditioning staff. Everybody did an outstanding job, and they helped me shape me in the man that I am today. They are a big reason why I have success. So I thank them all for letting me be Francisco Lindor.
You feel like Santiago from The Alchemist today on your journey?
Yeah, new journey. I'm living life.
Great. Next question is from Jen Williams from Fox 5, New York.
Hey, Francisco, congratulations.
Thank you, Jen.
Carlos Carrasco said last week that you called him up and you were like, Cookie, we're going to New York. And he said he loves playing with you. And, you know, you did mention that Cleveland was home. How excited were you to make that transition with a guy that is your teammate and obviously a friend?
Oh, yeah. Carrasco, he's a great teammate, great person. And to be able to go from a place that I know everything about to a place that I know very little with somebody that I care a lot about, it makes life a lot easier. Knowing that I have somebody right there that I can, that we sharing the same feelings and going through this experience for the first time together. It's gonna mean a lot. I can't wait to be with him and win. I want to win.
Next question is from Pat O'Keefe from News 12.
Hey, Francisco. You've obviously played in big games, big series throughout your career. You've been part of the big game atmosphere here in New York. What do you think it'll be like being part of that big game atmosphere here, playing for the home team?
I have heard nothing but good things, Pat. They said the field gets extremely loud and fans understand the game, fans care about the game, and they care about winning. So I'm extremely excited about it, and that's all you can ask for the fans to show up and cheer us on, and for us to give it our best. I'm very excited. I can't wait.
Next question is from Brandon Cuddy from the Star Ledger.
Hey, Francisco. First, congratulations on the new opportunity. How closely were you monitoring the Yankees during this whole situation, understanding that their middle infield is still unsettled and, your name had popped up in trade rumors involving them throughout the years?
The only thing that I was close from the Yankees is my best friend, Dio. I was focusing on Cleveland the whole entire time, and then my best friend. The things I know for the Yankees is because of him. Obviously, beside the fact that they have won and they're a good organization, those things. And the time that I've been to Yankee Stadium, it was fun. But that's all I knew from the Yankees. I wasn't really paying attention to trade talks because nothing has happened, and they were trade talks last year. So if I start paying attention to all that stuff, I'll go crazy, man. I'm not trying to go crazy. I'm too young to go crazy. But yeah, my boy's over there, so I talk to him a lot.
Raul Ramos is next with the final question.
Hi, Paquito. Raul from Con las Bases Llenas. Question for you. There has been a lot of great Puerto Rican players, like from Felix Millan, Felix Mantilla, Carlos Delgado, Beltrán, Varga, nowadays Sugar Diaz, Tomás Nido. How do you feel being part of this organization, being a Puerto Rican player, and how can you bring your the community, not only Puerto Rican, but the Hispanic community, into the Mets family?
I'm very excited. I grew up, and this is one of the teams that I was watching just because it was Reyes, Beltran, David Wright, and Chavez, Delgado, that whole group was there. Alex Cora. You watch those players play, and obviously being from Puerto Rico, you pay attention to all of them. Reyes being one of the most exciting players back in the days. It was fun. And now that I get a chance to play in this great organization, I'm looking forward to the whole experience. I have heard nothing but good things, and I know there's a big Latin community that hopefully they'll welcome me with open arms, and I'm gonna do the same thing today. Embrace the culture. I'm extremely proud of being Puerto Rican and being Hispanic. I can't wait to show my roots, you know, the passion I have for the game, the love I have for the game, and whenever I see Hispanic people, to not be afraid to yell at me. I'll yell back. I might not be able to hug now with the virus and stuff, but at least a wave or what's up from a distance, they'll definitely get that for sure.
Francisco, thank you very much for your time this morning, afternoon, and everyone, thank you for joining. Please stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.